to the chat, Aaron Meatball. Give me just a second and I will explain. Let's see. All right, and I think that's all the messages. Got it on the Discord, got it on Twitter. Yep, that should do the trick. Cool. Are we playing Flip It or Rip It? What's Flip It or Rip It? I've never heard of that before. But in any case, welcome to the stream. Tonight's going to be a little bit different from normal, obviously. As I sent out earlier on the Discord, tonight we are going to be doing a unboxing video. So this will be a little interesting. Definitely something outside the norm. So, you know, no world building per se. Going to take a little break as it is the week of my birthday. And I got the... basically one of the brick sets of D&D miniatures. So it's got 8 booster packs. This is the Fangs and Talons set. So it seems like that comes out pretty clearly on the camera. But so I got 2 cameras going. One so you guys can see my beautiful face, and then the other so you can actually see the miniatures. Get this little work that I was using as the test, so I guess let me know how clearly that comes out, Angry Meatball, because this is effectively what's going to happen. I don't know how long this is going to take. We're going to run the stream until I get through all of them, and I'll probably start in about 5 minutes, give people a little bit of time to trickle in before I jump into it. But yeah, it comes with 8 of these boosters. I think each one has like 4 or 5 different miniatures in them. We're going to find out. So we'll just end up here in a few minutes going through one at a time and seeing what actually comes in it. So then, you know, maybe people who are on the fence about buying one of these can see if it's worth getting. Let's see. People will buy expensive Magic the Gathering products, open them, and shuffle the cards up. They will hold them backwards so you can't see what comes next, and alternate between flipping the top card of the pile on the table and saving it, or ripping the top card in half and showing the camera, potentially destroying a piece of cardboard that is worth a lot of money. Yeah. Nope, that's not what we're doing. I'm not destroying any miniatures today. I spent my hard-earned money on this, so I don't know that these miniatures are going to be worth any, like, pretty pennies, but don't plan to break them out of the box, that's for sure. Not going for a 50-50 keep-to-break rate. It seems a little ridiculous, but it is the internet. I bet people would eat that shit up because your heart would just fucking sink if you ripped up like a super valuable or rare card, I imagine. So I can't say I'm surprised that in the age of the internet, something as dumb as that exists. But we will start the unboxing at 8:10, just to trickle out some time. I really don't know how long this could take. It could take, 40 minutes. It could take an hour and a half. I don't think it's going to take too long, but we'll see. But yeah, no stream Wednesday. A couple of friends are taking me out to dinner, and the reservation time wasn't gonna... I don't know why the restaurant was so busy on a random Wednesday, but I guess the restaurant is busy. Good for them. But anyways, the reservation isn't until like 8 or 9 o'clock. So by the time I eat and then rush home, it's not going to be even worth trying to do this then. So I figured we just do it now. And then Saturday, we'll do something a little bit different. I need to do some writing for my one-shot that I have coming up in a little over a week. So I figured instead of doing a deep dive, we could do like a variety of topics that maybe don't really require a deep dive. So things like riddles or games or puzzles, like just basically a mishmash of stuff, and put together some interesting information for those in between me typing up some character profiles. It said, I recall seeing my first Flip It or Rip It, where one of the ripped cards was called Tyrannical Goif. It was worth about $300 at the time. People love seeing things destroyed for some reason. I mean, there's something cathartic about seeing something destroyed from time to time, but I couldn't see myself like fucking ripping up a $300 card just for the sake of entertaining people on Twitch. Now, I guess if you're making a good enough amount of money on YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform they're using, like maybe it's justifiable, because if, you know, candidly speaking, if you guys want to pay for me to rip up a $300 card, then I'll gladly do it, right? I guess that's the trade-off, is you want to buy the $300 card and have me rip it? I don't give a fuck about that card. But I'm not going to rip up my own money. That just doesn't make any sense. So, let's see. We probably got... Nope. That's 8:10. So we're going to go ahead and start. I'm sure people... Well, we already got a couple people trickling in, it seems like. But either way, more people will come in as they come. And this is the kind of video that I think would be kind of interesting as one of... Like, it's going to be different from my other YouTube videos where, you know, like, obviously... The interactiveness is not necessarily as required for an unboxing. You can still get value out of this without having to engage. You can just watch and see what's in the boxes. Let's see how we want to do this. I guess one more time, just for those who are coming in a little bit later. This is the Fangs and Talons pre-painted miniature set from WizKids. It is what they call a brick, which means it is a set of 8 individual booster boxes. I got all 8 boxes right here. Never been opened, still in the original wrapping. It was not sponsored, by the way, if anyone asks that. Definitely not sponsored. I bought this with my own money, so we're going to see what's inside of these. And, yeah, may as well just get right into it. Definitely leave comments, because in between each one, I definitely want to keep talking to you guys. But I'm just going to go through it, and we'll see what we get. Hey, personalities, welcome to the chat. So... go ahead and open this thing up, I guess. A lot of boxes. Gonna have to figure out what the best way to do this is. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone who's made it in here so far. How are you guys doing? Hey, Catboy. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. A lot of wrapping. Alright, there we go. Alright. It's a great stream, guys. We got the wrapper off. Tune in next time when I'll actually open one of the boxes. Nah, just kidding. I guess it doesn't matter. They're all getting opened eventually, so I'll just stack these up and we'll just start with this one. So box 1 of 8. This one's a little beat up, so that probably means this one has the good stuff in it. I don't know if you guys can see that. This one's a little banged up, probably because the Amazon delivery driver wasn't taking the best care of it. Let's see. All right. I'm gonna be honest. If I wasn't on camera right now, I'd probably just be ripping this thing open with my bare hands, like having absolutely no sense of care for the box. But, alright, let's see. Box number 1. Ooh. Alright, so I guess I'm just going to put this down here. Let's see what everyone's saying. I'm hungry. I'm about to eat so I can start my 1-day fast. Well, good luck with your fast. I hope it goes well. Oh, this one is tiny. That's almost scary how small that one is. Personality says hello to everyone. Here, Meatball says, had a productive discussion today about social encounter mechanics with another streamer. Need an opportunity to run it to see if what we came up with works or not. Okay, yeah, I'd be interested to hear more about that. Hey, Junior's account, welcome to the stream. Alright, so we got box 1 of 8. Let's see what this thing is. We got, first up is a Twig Blight. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to just throw it to the camera. I don't know how, this thing is super small. So I don't know how well you guys can see its like facial details. I guess there's really not a lot of them. And there it goes. Yeah, there's really not much to the face. It is super tiny though, but just for the sake of scale, because this one I think came out pretty clearly. This is a ogre miniature, half ogre that I already had. So just for the sake of comparison, that's the half ogre, and then that's the Twig Blight. So the first of many miniatures for tonight. Let me move these boxes before they follow over each other. Alright. Mini number 2. Hey, nice. Okay. Okay, this one's kind of cool. We got a gas spore. So this is that guy. That's kind of freaky. With the clear base. Little horns on the top. Thing looks like it could fuck something up. Definitely gonna have to find a way to use that in the campaign. And then just once again for reference, if you can see how tiny that Twig Blight is by comparison. Oh, nice. I actually already have one of this, but not bad to have extras. So this is a Fire Genasi fighter. I don't think I actually have this one. I think I have a different Fire Genasi, but I haven't looked at it in a while. So slide that back up. It's my big ass hands are getting in the way of this one. So you can see it's a pretty nice figure. If you're looking for like a generic soldier, this could work too, realistically. It's got the crossbow. I like it. I dig it. And then as far as, so I guess the way that these things work is they come with like a couple of smaller ones. And then it comes with the like huge or major miniature. Which for a first one, this is a pretty good grab. These ones are always the hardest to take out. But this one's pretty badass. So we've got ourselves a flame elemental. So I don't know how well the webcam picks that up, but it's got some pretty solid detail on the flame. And there we are. Wow. Not bad. Not a bad first box. I like that they're pretty various, because not really any of these. I guess the Fire Genasi and the Fire Elemental could be in the same place, but in general, they're pretty diverse. So that's nice. Let's see. Angry Meatball says the idea is that since D&D is such a combat-focused game that has almost no rules that govern more drastic social interactions, things like negotiations, big business deals, talking someone out of a violent or destructive decision, they're going to go through it. I gotcha. I see that's an interesting problem to tackle. Catboy says the fire elemental is so cool. Yeah, it's actually really nice. I dig it a lot. How do you make things like this more interesting than DC 15 persuasion check failed, then he won't listen? It's fair enough. I would be very interested to hear what y'all's solution was to that problem. Yeah, I guess let's just keep plugging away. So we got box number 2 coming up. So you can see this one looks like it's in a little bit better shape. So we'll see if we got anything good in it. Ooh, nice. Let's see. Alright, so box number 2 already looks like it's a little bit different than box number 1, so that's good. I wonder if I'm going to get any duplicates. What is this thing? Okay, so first up in box number 2, we have a ambush drake. Let's see if that gets picked up. It's kind of hard to make out because the head is so small, but it kind of looks like a little, I don't know, got like a crocodile head, I guess, and that's like a, I've never seen one of these things before. I guess the name says it all. It's an ambush drake, so it's like a land dragon, I guess, is what it's going for. So there's that. Angry Meatball says the answer we came up with is to turn these types of interactions into a social combat minigame. Alright, I dig it. Oh shit, that's creepy. So I imagine this one's going to be really hard to pick up on the camera, but let's see. Yeah, it comes through a little bit. It's a little weird with the coloring. This is a sculpt, so don't look for any details because there really aren't any. I think that's kind of the point of the miniature, but it is got this like kind of translucent effect. The claws are kind of wild too. I don't know. It's probably really hard to tell that those are even claws because of the coloring. But yeah, that one's cool. Angry Meatball says the person you're arguing against is a combatant of sorts with an armor class and a decision health pool. You attack each other with arguments. If you drain your opponent's health, they'll come to see your side of the argument. If they defeat you, negotiation breaks and actual violent combat might occur. Okay. I could see where that would be usable. Alright. This is an interesting one. I'm trying to figure out what this thing actually really even is. That's a great thing about these miniatures, man, is like you get inspiration just because of the fact that like there are so many creatures that like, I don't know, maybe I don't have the best experience to say this, but like they're just creatures you don't already know about. Or like you wouldn't have thought you had a reason to use, maybe is the better way of saying it. Like you just pass over them because you know, maybe the description in the book wasn't as interesting as what the visual gives you. This one kind of looks like just frankly, like a fucking vampire, but this is actually a gloom weaver, which I don't remember ever hearing of a gloom weaver before, but it is a gloom weaver. And then for box number 2, if I can get this thing out, because you don't want to come out. We have a Merid. This one's pretty nice as well. Kind of like the Flame Elemental. There's a lot of detail. I don't know how well it comes out, but take a look at that guy. This doesn't seem like the kind of guy you want to fuck with when he comes floating on by to tell you why you're 3 days past on your rent. Rent was due 3 days ago. That over there. Here, let me sort these out real quick. Just for the sake of go by base size, I guess. Good. And then you got the tiny ass one in the front. I don't even know if the camera can make a difference of that, but either way. So what streamer was this? Because that sounds like an interesting concept. Do they do world building as well, or was this just kind of like a random thing that came up? Angry Meatball. All right. So that is 2 boxes down. So far, still a pretty good mix. No duplicates yet, so that's good. We'll see how that keeps going. What the fuck are we unboxing? Welcome to the chat, Moon Spiders. What a way to make an entrance. You know what? That's actually probably the first time that you've made an entrance into the stream and have not said first as the first thing that you said. So, hey, Frat Bro 202. Welcome back. Good to see you. We are unboxing miniatures. I don't know how well you can see them right here. I guess I'll probably at the end do like a recap of all of them for the people who got here later. But we are unboxing WizKids Icons of the Realm Fang and Talons series for D&D. So we got a brick, which is basically a set of 8 of these booster boxes that come with usually 4 or 5 miniatures each. And so we're just going through and seeing what's in them. So far, no duplicates, but we're only 2 out of 8 boxes down. So we'll see what else we get. Where boxes? The boxes are right here. Frat Bro. Let's see. Let me respond to that. he's done it before. Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I haven't unboxed Yu-Gi-Oh cards before. Well, I haven't done an unboxing video before, period, actually. First one. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing up for the first one. Oh, no, I mean, I feel like at the rate this is going, this is a pretty, like, a relatively easy thing to do. Like, I don't see this really taking more than, like, an hour from when we started, just depending on how things turn out. So, I might do more of these, because this is something that I could pretty easily add into the streaming schedule. Like, maybe do it once a month. We'll see, though. Or just as I'm inclined to spend money on the sets, you know. Alright, so we got box number 3 coming up. We're gonna see what's in it. Oh shit. That's fucking freaky. We're gonna save that one for last, but that one is unique. Okay, so first up, I think this is a vine blight. So basically a bigger, meaner version of the twig blight that we had at the beginning. So for size comparison there. Oh, I see what you're saying, Catboy. My mistake. But yeah, that is a vine blight. Actually, let me look at that a little bit closer. I mean, there's a little bit of detail because you can see like there's different coloration on some of the vine spots. Some are like a deeper or darker green. But I mean, it is a set of vines, so there's probably only so much detail that you can add. It looks good though. Yeah, it reminds me of, I'm sure someone in chat knows the dude's name, but the dude who literally controls vines in Avatar. I don't remember what that guy's name was. Oh, this is interesting. Thayan Apprentice. So this is a Thayan Apprentice. It's like a red-robed Hugh. Yes, Hugh. That's what it was. The country bumpkin. Yeah, this is like a... I don't know. I mean, you could use this for a lot of things. I don't think the specific lore, which I don't know for this character, is really relevant. But it's like a red-robed / armored priest. I'm sure you could use it as like a war priest or some type of war mage. Looks pretty badass. Got a mask covering his face. Probably really hard to see, but there's a pretty wicked tattoo on the guy's forehead. And he just looks like he's disappointed in you. Kind of like the way we look at moon spiders, to be honest. When he comes into the chat and says first. I'll just cross our arms and say whatever, bro. Jake Sully. Who the fuck is Jake Sully? Oh, the Twitch streamer. I hope that's what you meant. Otherwise, I have no idea who you're talking about. Moonspider says he wants a forehead tattoo. I would definitely recommend you don't do that. Wait, what? The guy in the wheelchair. Oh, that avatar. Yeah, no, I had no idea what you were talking about. But now I understand. I have not seen that version of the Avatar in probably since high school. Um, yeah, Moon Spiders, I would definitely recommend strongly that you not get a tattoo anywhere on your face. Um, you know, if I'm being honest, your face is like one of the only things you got going for you, so you don't want to mess that up with a tattoo on your forehead. So don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, man. I didn't even say what this one was, but this is a Goliath fighter. His sword is bent. What the fuck was that? Oh, I probably should put the alert box on the top. There we go. So that way it comes through, and I'll make that a little bit bigger too while I'm at it. So that way it covers the screen. Hey. Oh, I guess it's your re-up. Was that automatic or did you do that manually, Moon Spiders? Either way, thank you for the Prime sub with your streak of 2. Appreciate you supporting the stream. Manually? Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. Goliath fighter. Yeah, you guys can probably see that. That bend is strong. This Goliath is a sword bender because his sword is fucked up. I think it's probably just a matter of whatever material they use for printing these things. If you want the sword to be thin enough that it doesn't break the arms, there's no way to not make it flimsy. But yeah, that thing is super curved. But everything else looks really good. Alright, now for the last one of this set. This one is kind of freaky looking. I think. Oh, yeah, this is just straight up. Okay, cool. This is good. It's rounding out the set, or well, helping round out the set. This is the water elemental. So look at the face on that guy. Like, and you couldn't even tell too. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool effect. You can't even see like or tell that the face is there on the other side. So it's like literally water. And then when you flip it around, bam! It's got the mouth wide open. What that mouth do? We don't want to know. So, let me not knock over the disappointed priest. All right. Yeah, I dig it too. It's a good miniature. All right, last box. 3. Yeah, 3 of 8. So far, so good. Let's see here. I want to get the face tattoo that, like the Dalish elves. You mean from, like from Dragon Age 2? Were the Dalish, did they do much with the Dalish in Dragon Age Origins? Because I know that I really don't remember much about the Dalish in Origins. I know that they had like a pretty big side part in 2. You played as a Dalish. Well, I guess you would know then. Where the hell is this picture that I'm looking for? I'm trying to remind myself what the Dalish tattoos looked like. Dalish. Damn. Dragon Age Origins used to be like my fucking game though. Dalish. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a tattoo. Yeah, I think I played as a human primarily. I don't remember. But yeah, I would definitely once again strongly recommend you don't get that tattoo. Because that's not going to be a good look. Did anyone else play Dragon Age besides me and Moonspiders? Morgan was Bae. What was her name? Was it Liliana? She was the queen though. Morgan is forever second place. Let's go ahead and open up box 4. If you translate it into Mass Effect, I'll understand. What? You played Mass Effect and not Dragon Age Origins? No way, man. I tried to play Mass Effect. I couldn't get into it, to be honest. Maybe because I was so late to the game. Alright. Still no duplicates so far. Oh, you respect it, but I'm wrong? Oh, damn, I had to say that shit. As soon as I said that, I got a fucking duplicate. We got another Vine Blight. Put him next to his buddy over here. Not gonna spend too much time looking at that, because I already showed y'all that. Yeah, Catboy, I would strongly recommend you play Dragon Age. I mean, I guess it's a little... Graphics-wise, it's not going to be the greatest game now, but that's just because it's older. Man, if they remade Dragon Age Origins, I would replay that shit again. That was a very good game. Let's see, Mass Effect scratches that Star Trek itch. That makes sense. Yeah, if you're big into Star Trek, that would definitely feel that craving. Moonspider says, go play it. You can fuck the girls and the guys. This is factual. Yeah, it's probably one of the... Well, I guess I don't know specifically, but I feel like it's probably one of the earlier games to like let you just have a romance with basically anyone, any of the major side characters in the game, regardless of what, you know, your gender was or what. Yeah, you could just get with anyone basically, except Sten. Who was Sten? Was that the old lady? Because I don't think you could get with the old lady, if I remember correctly. Damn, I got another duplicate. What the fuck? Alright, well, I guess it had to happen. There's only so many miniatures. I got another Moody Priest. Let me click this link. Sten. Oh, the fucking... Oh, the Canary. Yeah, no, you definitely cannot get with Sten. Wait, so could you get with the old lady? I never tried that route. Let me reinstall Dragon Age real quick. Yeah, it's definitely not a bad one to get a duplicate of, especially because, like, I would imagine that, like, any scenario that I'm gonna use that one in, or most scenarios I'd use it in, it would be better to have a pair of them. So I'm not mad about getting the duplicate. It's just more interesting for the sake of the unboxing to have unique ones, you know? Hey, we got a cobloid, or a cobbled. I don't know why I said it like that. This is a cobbled inventor. What makes him an inventor? I don't really know. He's got like a bag with a squirrel on, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can make that out. That little bushy thing behind him is like it's like a squirrel or a skunk. I guess a skunk because of the white strip on the tail. And then he's got like this staff. I don't know what makes him an inventor, but that's what they're saying it is. So we'll go with it. We'll say it is what it is. I actually already have one of this one, but this is the first one we're getting out of this unboxing. And this is another one where I don't mind having a duplicate, so I'm kind of excited about this one. Let's see, this is the Yuan-Ti Anathema. Tell me that thing doesn't look nice. Well, not like literally nice, but like a well-made miniature. It's got 6 snake heads. Got some freaky looking arms. Yeah, it's pretty solid miniature. What the fuck, Cowboy? Oh my god. And Emma. Okay. Catboy says he'd tap that, so I tell you what, Catboy, if that was a side character in Dragon Age Origins, you could have tapped that. But yeah, when it comes to the Dragon Age games, Origin was great. There's 3 of them. Supposedly a 4th one's coming. The second one was, I actually enjoyed it. It was definitely much worse than the first one, but I still enjoyed it. I just liked the games a lot, so I put a lot of hours into it. But it definitely wasn't as good as the first or the third. Dragon Age Inquisition was really good. But Dragon Age Origins, man, I played like 3 or 4 playthroughs of that game. And like to completion, playing all the side quests and doing the whole 9 yards. Yeah. I don't even remember, because I never bought Dragon Age Origins. A friend of mine traded the game initially, and I'm trying to remember what I even gave him as the trade, but I can't remember. I think it was Kingdom Hearts, maybe. But either way, let's see. Good old Sten. I didn't really use Sten that much. me look this shit up real quick. I'm trying to remember. Because I think they let you could bring in 3 side characters, if I remember correctly. So for me, it was always like Liliana, Morrigan, and then one other. Let's see the companion list real quick. Fucking Alistair. Liliana, Logain, Morgan, Ogren, Shale, Sten, Wynn, and Zevran. I'm pretty sure I brought Ogren everywhere. Yeah, it was either Ogren or Alistair. I think I swapped between them on playthroughs. Shale was pretty good, but I didn't have the DLC in the beginning, so I can use him. Logain's a cuck, so fuck that guy. I mean, that's just the name of someone who's gonna be like a fuck. If anyone here has kids, never name your kid Logain unless you want them to just be hated in life. I hope no one's actual name is Logain. Yeah, I definitely used Ogren because he was the dude who was so good as a character that they had to make him a side character in the second game as well. They wouldn't let you get rid of him. Let's see, what is this right here? Oh, wow. Turn that down. I apologize. Ogier the Dane? What is that? Yeah, bro, that fucking Dragon Age 2 trailer was solid. I was hyped. He was the Red Knight. And one of the original Paladins. Yeah, this show was definitely... Dragon Age was ahead of the competition. Nowadays, I don't know. I don't think Dragon Age 2 is playable anymore. Dragon Age Origins is definitely playable. Dragon Age Inquisition, I guess it's playable. You know, that would be a game that I would play on stream. If I was going to do a playthrough, I'd play Dragon Age Origins again. Yeah, they definitely did a good job in the games, making the side characters very interesting. What is this? Panic Basket? He wielded Cortana and died at... Okay. Alright, well that's enough of those trailers. It's a good blast. Blast from the past right there. So, box number 4. So now we got a couple duplicates. No biggie. 2 to be exact on this run. But at least they're good duplicates, because both of them, like I said earlier, like are, you know, they're ones that I wouldn't imagine my party running into one Vine Blight. So having a second one is pretty nice. I just hope we get some of the other, you know, like I just hope I don't end up with 5 Vine Blights. You know what I'm saying? That. Box number 4. Let's see. Hey! I was hoping I was going to get one of these. That's nice. You know you got the lucky box when you literally have to assemble one of the miniatures. But we'll get to that guy here in a minute. That's cool. That one will definitely get used. But I will show you guys what I'm talking about here in a second. Alright, well, we got another Kobold Inventor. This one, I guess, has to be one of their alternates. And this one actually makes more sense to me. So I don't know if you can tell the distinction. Yeah, it probably comes out on camera all right. If I bring this guy back up. So this one has like a spear, little staff, same little furry friend. This one's got like some kind of pot or bomb. And he looks like he's about to throw it. Otherwise, they're basically the same. Just the stance and the items that they're wielding are a little different. But I dig it. Once again, kobolds are another one that if your party's just fighting one of those, probably not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot that's going to happen there, so. Ooh, we've got another fucking super tiny one. What is this thing? It's so small that I can barely even see the text on it. What the fuck? Yeah, I literally cannot even read the text. I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Look at the... Oh, so I guess this one is called Boogle. Literally called Boogle. It's this like little... Looks kind of like fucking a goblin, but it's clearly not a goblin. But, you know, for size comparison, that's the Twig Blight again. So he's super fucking tiny. He's actually a little bit, I think, shorter than the Twig Blight. Boggle. What the fuck is a boggle? Isn't that a board game? The only time I've seen a single cobble is a fight. I was playing it. How'd that go? How did that battle end up? Alright, we got another, let's see, got a small fae. Boggles are little bogies of fairy tale. They lurk in the fringes of the Feywild and are also found in the material plane, where they hide under beds and in closets, waiting to frighten and bedevil folk with their mischief. Okay, so a little mischievous fae creature. That's cool. I dig it. So I got another Goliath. This one also has the sword of bendiness wrapping around the back of his shoulder. I think maybe the sword is just always pointing north, is what it is. This one I think is actually more bent than the last one, or maybe I just did a good enough job of unbending it. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Alright. And now for the big one, so give me a second, because not only do I have to get it out, I also have to kind of put it together. I had totes beat up the party rogue. What class were you playing? Alright. Monk. Makes sense. That's cool. Alright, well, I'm going to just show these separately real quick before I put them on. Just because it's going to be a little big once I do, and it'll be a little bit harder to show off some of the other details. But this is, I think, the young. Yeah, this is a young blue dragon without the wings on. This is how it comes in the box. So I guess it's good to know for people who might at some point purchase this. This is how it comes. Comes as one piece here, and then each wing comes separately. And then just has the little divots that you pop them into. So, not too crazy. If you've ever bought one of the dragon miniatures before, it's kind of common that the wings come this way. Because it would be really hard to put them in a box and have them be protected. So, put that together and then I'll show you what it looks like with the wings on. Assuming I can get it in there. Oh. For a second I was like, what tail? But you were a cobbled, so that makes sense. Was your tail considered a monk weapon? That's probably how I would have ruled it. That left wing does not want to go in. The right one was so easy. Let's see, maybe if I take a different angle with it. Okay, I'll just adjust it later if need be. But at least you guys can see the idea. That's true, yeah, it's an unarmed strike, so you could do it with anything. Makes sense. Yeah, that one looks pretty slick. Especially because, like, I don't know. I don't know that there are a lot of the young dragons are kind of hard to come by. So this is good because you could use this, you know, like not necessarily super early, but you could use it pretty early on in a oh, there goes the wing. In a campaign. I'm probably just gonna have to put a layer of gorilla, or not gorilla, crazy glue, just to hold it in place. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the detail and the look, this has to be the signature piece of the set, because like the amount of detail is just crazy. I'm gonna just kind of put the wings in here for a second to put them on display. And then, just for the sake of comparison, since I have it, hold on one second. Just to compare, since I am fortunate enough to have the adult blue dragon. That's the side by side, so that's actually pretty sick. So the adult blue dragon can be bought separately. I don't know that you can get the young one without getting it in one of the boosters or buying it aftermarket though. So. Alright, this guy's gonna go on the back. I crippled it? I ain't crippled it. It was already crippled. I just tried to help it and failed. So. Alright, that's number 5. Let's see. Got 3 left. Just keep it going. Wonder what else could be in here. There's gotta be still plenty that we haven't seen, so I wonder what else is left. But yeah, I guess let me know, guys. Is this something that, you know, I feel like do this like every once in a while. If that's something that you guys would want to see. Because 8 boxes doesn't take too long. We're already 5 out of 8, so. That's cool. I got a lot of boxes to throw away. You couldn't guess. I'm gonna have to throw away a lot of boxes. Oh, that's cute. This one's another one where it's so small. And they use the clear base, which makes it, I mean, I guess it makes sense why they use the clear base, but it makes it hard to tell what you're reading. Is that Almirage? It basically looks like a bunny. This is going to be really hard to see because this one is super tiny. But it looks like a little bunny with a unicorn's horn on it. Yeah. I'll look up what it is here in a second, but that's another tiny one with the horn. It's just bigger than the boggle. Almirage. I've never heard of an Almirage before. Let me look this guy up. Mythical creature resembling a one-horned hare or rabbit. Okay, so I described it pretty spot on. Go me. Mentioned in medieval Arabic literature. Okay. Let's see what it is in Forgotten Realms. That's another Fae, it looks like. Oh, and they can be found in Cholt as well. Interesting. It's just a cute little bunny. Like a familiar replacement, I guess. Occasionally a warlock patron. Huh. Interesting. The more you know. Alright, so this is another one of those kind of clearish, translucent ones. Translucent, excuse me. This is a Banshee. So we all know what a Banshee looks like. Kind of hard to tell on the camera because of the coloring once again. No worries, Angry Meatball. I was a little curious how powerful that these things got that they could be patrons, but hey, homebrew it, you know? Why not? Make your own rabbit unicorn patron, because why not? Okay, this one is really cool. Probably a mess up. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on the pronunciation, because I've never actually used one of these things. I think it's just called a slod or a slotty. It's a green one though, and this guy looks fucking sick. Like, this dude looks like he's gonna fuck your shit up. Oh, slotty is plural? Okay. Like this is another one with just like a really good amount of detail. Like, you've got the different coloring on the shoulder pad. You've got different coloring throughout the staff. You've got skulls. I don't know if the camera really picks those up with the level of detail, but you can kind of tell that those are skulls towards the top. Got the spikes on the back. This one might be like, oof, I don't know. The dragon is number one for sure, just because it's, you know, it's a dragon. But this is probably number two. Either that or the flame elemental. But this one just has a lot of like little detail. The fact that, you know, like the flame elemental is physically has a lot of detail, but it's just one or two painting colors. Whereas this one has at least like 7 different colors, not even counting bases. So whoever painted this did a really good job, is what I'm trying to say. So I dig that one a lot. That one's a 10 out of 10. Would highly recommend. And now we got to get the big boy out. Yeah, they seem cool. I've also never really had a reason to use them, but I'll have to figure one out now that I have that miniature. This is a keyring. This is the big boy for this box. And you can tell that he is quite a big boy. Almost as big as the blue dragon, if it weren't for the wingspan. And I think these things, like, I don't remember what these things do. I read about them once. It was a long time ago, though. I think they, like, grant wishes or see the future or something. Let me look it up. But that thing looks majestic as fuck. Let's see. Kirin were noble creatures, native to the celestial plane, who either worked for good aligned deities in direct opposition to the forces of evil, or served as protectors of large areas of the mortal world. They were regarded as harbingers of good fortune, and days when a Kirin was sighted were considered blessed. Okay, so like a sign of good luck. Yeah. Yeah. I actually have one of these already too, but I'll take it. Because this one is really high detailed. Like, even the scales, you can tell. Yeah, that's a good one. That one's gonna go right there, next to the dragon. All right. So that's Number 6. We're almost there. Only 2 more boxes, so I wonder what we're gonna get. There's supposedly an aboleth that you can get in this set, so I'd like to get that, but we'll see. We will see how that goes. Box number 7 of 8. This is a pretty good set, though. Like, I think this is how whether I stream it or not, I think this is how I'm going to buy them from now on. Because before, I've always bought just one-off bricks. Which I do not think is the way that I should have been doing it. But when you're broke, it's much cheaper to buy one brick than it is to buy... Or one booster, excuse me. I've always bought the boosters individually as opposed to buying the brick. Is it cheaper that way? Because I think the boosters usually range from like 15 to 20 bucks. So at 20 bucks, it's definitely cheaper to just buy the brick. Oh, nice. I will take that one for sure. But let's see what else we got. Alright, so right out the gate, we got another Boggle. Just gonna slide him over there. He's so small, he's hard to pick up anyways, but you can see our little guy, our little Boggle. Oh, that's kind of nice. Alright. So next up we have a human wizard. Just a plain human wizard. The robes are pretty nice. He's got a I mean, he's obviously got his tome, his spellcasting artifact there. Looks like he's casting some kind of ice spell as well. So it looks like all those monsters are having a fun party back there. Yeah, they are. They're having a great time. At least, you know, I think that's what they would say if they could. But yeah, I dig this one. I mean, if you need a basic human wizard, you know. Well, honestly, you could use this for a boss as well. Like, because he's got some nice looking detail and armor on him. Like, you could use this like as a glass staff if you needed one for Lost Mines, or really like any human wizard. So, very flexible figure, very versatile, kind of like the priest. So that's always good. You need miniatures that can fit a variety of roles. Not as exciting as the unique ones, but definitely very practical. Is this actually... Bro, what the fuck? I got the rarest one in the set. They only made 100 of these. So, you guys should feel honored that you even get to witness it. It's a fucking donkey. It's a fucking donkey. It's technically a pack mule, is what it is listed as. But it is literally a donkey with fucking bags on it. Twig Blight 3. If only it was Twig Blight 3. I mean, I guess there's some use cases for this. Like, I could find a reason to put it on the board. Like, as a placeholder for a horse, since I don't necessarily have a good horse miniature. But, yeah. That one's probably, I mean, it's not bad. I don't want to knock it because it does actually have a lot of detail. Like, even the individual bags are painted different colors, and you can tell that there was a good amount of work that went into this one. I just don't, I don't know that this one would get used a lot. But either way, it's unique. And it is a welcome addition. That's a rare one. Yeah, that's the rarest one in the set. This is Alberto the Destroyer. Yeah, maybe I'll just make a demigod that's based on a donkey. That would work. Alright, so in the theme of elementals, we've got the Earth Elemental now. The big bad Aiden. Yeah, that's what it is. So that's pretty sick. He looks like he's ready to just beat your ass, to be honest. Got some solid detail there. Facial expression, once again, kind of like the water elemental. You know, you wonder what that mouth do. Now this one's a little bit more dangerous to take that risk than the water one. Well, actually, I don't know. It's probably pretty stupid to test that theory either way, but I'd rather risk it with the water elemental, if you know what I'm saying. So that is number 7. Got one left. Let's see what it's going to be. We've gotten almost all the elementals. Yeah, I really want the aboleth, but I also kind of want the air elemental, assuming it comes in this set, because then it's just like a complete set at that point, which is better. And there's a lot of them that I haven't got yet. They made it sound like if you got the brick, you were pretty likely to get them all, but I guess not. Oh well. Either way. Let's see what it is. Last one coming up. Hey! Well, spoiler, the set is complete, so I'll take it. Okay. Alright, this last one's pretty good. Looks like we got all unique ones. So that's a good way to end an unboxing. So okay, so this first one looks like some Nosferatu type shit. This is called Bear Belong. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that tooth, but this thing, like, imagine the scene in like the original Dracula movie, like the OG, or is that even in the OG, or is that just SpongeBob trolling? Either way, I think that's SpongeBob trolling. Basically, it looks like a little vampire dude with brown skins, got some wings going. He's got a big ass tooth, a couple of buck teeth, ready to bite somebody. So that's pretty cool. Get him right over there. Then we have The Skeletal Alchemist. So this one has some solid detail. Not the most detailed one on the set for sure, but pretty good. Yeah, I mean, like, the face is very well detailed. The robe is nice. He's got like a little potion in his hand, which I guess makes sense since he's an alchemist. Overall, it's very solid. And then we got animated armor, which is obviously a pretty iconic or popular monster. It's got this, like, I don't think the camera really does this one justice. It's once again one of those ones because of the coloring, it's really hard to tell. But this is actually really good. Yeah, like there's a lot of like symbols on the armor, like a lot of really small details. The sizing probably doesn't help either since it's a medium base creature. But that's a really good miniature. Let's see. That movie, I had to watch that for a class. Yeah, I don't even remember where I saw it first, but well, actually, it was probably like SpongeBob was my first exposure to that. Not the whole movie, obviously, but. And then last, but certainly not least, we have got the. What is this? Well, I know what it is, but I just want to make sure that's what they call it on the base. The Air Elemental. So this is another one that's going to be a little bit harder to tell because it's clear, translucent type. But there's a lot of detail. Like on the base, it's basically this kind of whirlwind that's spiraling up and then it curves along. It's a lot of very, very well constructed. And then of course it's going to be really hard to see, but right there, what that mouth do though, they got the mouth on there. They're letting you know. Actually, I need to go back to the Fire Elemental for a second. Confirm, Fire Elemental has the smallest mouth. So in terms of ranking, get the elemental boys up here. Let's see. So we got our 4 elementals. In terms of mouth action, I'm gonna say a fire elemental. I'm gonna give that a 0 out of 10 because it's got a small mouth and it's probably gonna burn your you know what off. Air elemental. Give that a 4 out of 10. Actual miniatures are 10 out of 10. Very well done. Earth elemental. Earth elemental is kind of cute. And then water elemental. Water is the best element. Water is Bay. So those are the elementals. So just one more time, I'll kind of slide through these real quick. Air is the best element or best elemental, because air is definitely not the best element. So we've got our animated armor. Actually, how should I do this? Yeah, I'll do small to big, so then I can go through all of them and have them set up. Maybe the camera can catch it. So we got our boy Twig Blighty. Along with Bobble. Got bobble number 2. We've got our, I forgot how you say this thing. We've got our rabbit unicorn. That's what I'm calling him. I'm gonna call him Churro. Looks sweet. Got our cobbled inventors. Amaraj, yes, or Amaraj. We've got the land dragon. That's not the literal name, it's something Drake. Ambush Drake. The rarest in the set, the pack mule. All Mirage, okay. Got the animated armor. The skeletal alchemist. Nosferatu, otherwise known as the Bear Belong. Yes, El Burro, the pack mule. El Burro, the destroyer. We've got our 2 Goliath fighters. We've got our 2 Vine Blights. We've got our 2 Moody Priests, also known as like Thalen something. Thalen Apprentice. Pretty solid miniatures. We've got the human wizard. The Fire Genasi fighter. I think this was the fucking the Gloom Weaver, which is just a cool name. We've got the Skulk and the Banshee. The whole set was $100 for the whole set. And once again, normally a brick individually usually ranges like somewhere between $16 to $20. So, or boosters. So 8 of them on average would have ran $160. 140 to $160 versus buying the brick. And some of these you can, you know, to the point of what we were talking about, like Magic the Gathering earlier, you could definitely resell some of these because people will like specifically try to buy the rarer ones in these, or the ones that they need individually. I will gladly show you the one by the dragon. Oh, I didn't even say what these were. This is the gas spore, and then this is the Merid. Got the green Slod. I think this one's my favorite, TBH, in terms of the detail at least. We've got the Yuan Ti. The Kirin. Got our 4 elementals one more time. Fire, air, earth, and then last and best, water. Water is the best element. Don't let Catboy tell you wrong. And then finally, we have our blue, young blue specifically, young blue dragon. Let's see. Water genie. Yeah, I guess it is basically a water genie. Uh, I like that gold thing. The Kieran, yeah, the Kieran is pretty solid. Don't forget Heart. Isn't that from Captain Planet? Yeah, so that's the set. So once again, this was the Icons of the Realm. Try to get that in there without knocking them over. Fangs and Talons set. So if anyone is interested in buying some D&D miniatures, you can purchase these as individual boxes. You don't have to buy the whole brick like I did. If you're going to buy quite a few sets, then brick's probably the cheaper way to go. You can also order these miniatures individually, but those are usually through resellers. So just keep that in mind. Cost tends to go up like very drastically on some of the miniatures that come in these sets if you buy them individually, just in my experience, because you know, it's a guy who randomly got it in the box and now is selling it, as opposed to you buying it directly from WizKids. The only way to get them from WizKids is in one of the boxes. So, you know, definitely let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if this is something you guys would want to see in the future. That is basically the stream. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I am, like always, going to try to find someone real quick to flood. So we actually got quite a few people in here. So if you wouldn't mind showing some love and giving someone a raid, give me 2 or 3 minutes and I'll find someone for us to jump into and chat it up with real quick. But let's see. Let me see who is on the Dungeons and Dragons channel right now. Wizards of the Coast will never acknowledge a secondary market. Yeah, absolutely not. Hey, thank you for the sub, Junior's account. Continuing your streak. I appreciate it. And Cowboy, yeah, I think it was pretty cool too. You know, it's not something I'm going to do like all the time, maybe once a month, once every couple months. But, you know, as I need to buy miniatures, I think this makes sense as a way to do it. Gives you guys the opportunity to check them out, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Let's see who can we show some love to. I like to try to mix it up. If anyone has a recommendation, feel free to throw it out, but otherwise, give me just a couple minutes and I'll pick someone out. So yeah, and I guess while I'm looking at that, just to reiterate, so Wednesday will be my actual birthday, the 6th, so there will be no stream on Wednesday. We will be back on Saturday, where instead of doing a deep dive, we will do kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to put a few different topics together, and then between writing those out and between talking to you guys and writing those out, I will also be working on my one-shot that will be happening not this Friday, but the next Friday. And that one should be live as well. Fingers crossed, everything goes according to plan, and we will be live for an extra stream next week. Let's see what this is. Yeah, cool. Why not? Alright, so I'm about to start the raid. We're gonna go ahead and share some love. But once again, thank you guys for checking this out and letting me try something new with you guys. I really do appreciate all of your guys' time, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Peace.
Tonight I'm working. Thank you for the follow too. Tonight I'm working on this dragon from Reaper Mini, the Ganzerax or something like that. Again, I always have some trouble with dragon names, but I had done a still water pour, and I am now it cracked in a few spots. So I figured, what better way to make a swampland festering than to add some Nurgle's Rock to it. Okay, let's pull up the camera just a little bit. So here's the finished horns. Just take them off the silly putty. And feel free to hit me up with any miniature painting questions or anything like that. Be happy to answer them as I go along. Just wrapped up the miniature unboxing. Want to share some. Thank you. I try to be the world's okayest miniature painter. What were you unboxing tonight? And the stream is going pretty well so far. We're only about a little over 10 minutes into it now. It's kids brick set for D&D miniatures. Cool. So are those the pre-painted ones? Okay, cool. Yeah, those are always really good. There's some decent painted ones in there sometimes, but they're really good. Just lack of a better term, filler bunny for D&D games. Looks like most of the seams in this model are going to be almost invisible. And if not, I will just touch it up quick later. Off and on for about close to 20 years now, because I started back when the Lord of the Rings board game came out, like the first box set, the Fellowship of the Ring. Actually, Dr. Irrefutable, who was in chat, actually played that game back in college, if that ages me at all. But took a little break from it and really got back into it hardcore in the past 4 years. So yeah, learned a few things along the way, forgotten a few things, met quite a few good people in this painting community, I gotta say. And it has been a great outlet for some stressors in my life. Pandemic notwithstanding there. Okay, yeah, how does that look so far, guys? Everything all together. Trying to give a good shot of everything. Okay, so one thing I might do quick is I might I don't like this being just straight up black. So I might do like a little blend of gray here quick. Because I don't want, like I said, when I go to do the second pour here, that's pretty much it. I might try and do some other like gel effects along here to give some more wet patches. This one is actually I'll call it a commission, though it's the guy who built the desk I'm streaming at right now. So we have a thing where he kind of builds things for me and fixes a few things for me that I am unable to fix because I'm not super mechanically inclined. And in return, he feeds my miniature habit and I paint these miniatures for him for free. Or for exchange. I have done commissions in the past, some Star Wars Legion, but mostly I paint these just for myself. But yeah, there's been some times where people have been interested in minis, and if I'm not attached to it, I'll sell it. But I am attached to quite a bit of them, and that could be a little bit of a problem. So yes, I have sold them. I've done plenty of commissions, and if you are interested in having something done by me, hit me up. Hey, there's a hair here or something. Yep. And yeah, just hit me up on either. I don't know how good the direct messenger is on Twitch, but either Twitter or Facebook. Hit me up there if there's anything you want painted, and we can discuss. So, yes, I do 40k Legion, obviously fantasy miniatures. Sorry. Maybe this Dark Reaper I'll do on the fins here. I know it's not going to match completely with what I did on the wings, but it could be fun to work with here. So